So recently, a really important coach diminished and ridiculed coaches who prioritize play over metrics, or at least those that prioritize play with metrics. That's called bifurcation in motor learning. Use that principle. My initial reaction is always one of anger and frustration. Then I remember I'm a teacher and should show compassion towards. So let's discuss it. You think the only way to produce outstanding outputs is through your knowledge of predictable models and methods and maybe even movements to elicit the improved metric you seek. And I shouldn't have to say it, but sport is unpredictable and it's often chaotic, and it requires rapid reactions in real time to move through space with grace, rhythm, timing, coordination, power, speed, strength. The very best in any sport display creative genius that not one single coach can lay claim to, but is something we should try to elicit and foster as creative genius. So maybe you've always done it that way, and it likely gets the results you seek as your charges master the art of the test that you deem valuable. So why would you change? Why would you seek a different path? You have the answers to the test, and you get to prove your worth through your data. So since you know your training is efficient, effective, and evidence-based, or whatever coach speak language you need to use to justify your position of power and prove your worth as a coach. That smells an awful lot like hubris to me. Maybe you think I'm full of it as well. And I know you're scared, little boy. People fear that which they don't know. It's scary to venture into the unknown, to reflect, question everything you've been taught, and rebel against. Sadly, you don't even see that play and metrics can and should coexist, and they are simply tools to support performance. And I know you've lost your sense of exuberant wonder through play and exuberant play through wonder, and it's clear that you don't even wonder. Well, why do I need to do it that way is not a question you'll ever ask. You probably never did. You likely never will. Until someone respectable tells you to. That which is known and can be controlled for in a research environment is deeply attractive to those afraid to lose control, to lose their position of power, to lose their polo. It's safer to create a force velocity profile, to use VBT, to rely on RSI or DSI because it helps me make more accurate decisions. And these are decisions based on your surface level understanding of human movement. Mine too. Is the data useful? Likely so. And it's also reliant on mastery of a specific technique or test to produce a highly specific outcome. So let's not bring track and field into the discussion, by the way. That's not what we're talking about here. And just because it can't be measured doesn't make it woo-woo. It just means it can't be measured. And these are those intangibles you speak of, Teddy Roosevelt. That's what we are bringing out through play, my boy. I hate it for you that you deny so much of yourself in your charges because you're scared. You're scared. You're relying on quantifiable results to sell people. This is like selling out at best. It's intellectual cowardice at worst. And that qualitative data, reflections or woo-woo shadow work that gets deep down to the very essence of a human being, that deep soulful work you devalue, art and philosophy, unless it's stoicism, aka the bro religion, doesn't come up with you. I hate that you have to, even though you don't realize it and would shudder to think it even possible, reduce a person to the numbers you, the research, the governing bodies, the stakeholders view as time well spent. The researchers. For what? So you can proudly wear an emblem on your tight polo that proves your importance? So what if, just what if, you broke the mold, got creative, afforded and created more opportunities for play, tag, floor work, gymnastics, parkour, God forbid bringing in contemporary dance, hip-hop, ballet, salsa teachers to take over for an hour. And man, if it upsets you and your male ego so damn much, then use unique strongman lifts. Practically, you can still keep your max effort, your dynamic effort. You can keep your gym aware, your force plates, while also blending in play. I've yet to see a joyful, skill acquisition obsessed athlete not be inspired to play hard and dominate their opposition. Because play ain't soft, and it isn't silly. It's why we coach, so they can play better. And there's my thoughts for food.